you've gotten it pried open, you can just go ahead, and inside you're going to see you have your battery system and you have your charge board. Sometimes it can be a little tough to get out. Now, the actual charge board itself is held on, as you can see, by two connectors. One goes to the positive of the battery, the other goes to the negative. We're going to go ahead and cut these, and that'll separate the two boards. So, once they're separated, they will generally be labeled. You just need to make sure that when this is finished, you solder them back onto the right connectors on the batteries. One side's going to be positive, one side's going to be negative. So now the next step in reconditioning. On the actual board itself, we need to be able to rotate this USB because we want to be able to use this inside the prop while having the charge port available outside. The way it's currently set up, you can't do that. So what you'll need to do is on the sides here, you can see there's a little silver tab right there. There'll be one on each side. You'll need to snip that so that you can turn the USB to face up. So you have to cut all four. Now, the main charging lines are these silver tabbings along the bottom here. So if you find that in this process it will not connect power, chances are one of those broke, and you can correct it by just putting a dab of solder on it. Just want to bend it up and then hot glue it in place so that it doesn't keep wiggling, because if it wiggles, it will break the solders. Okay, so I went ahead and I got the port bent, and I went ahead and I got it glued into place here. So as you can see, there is a glob of glue on there. Now, I also had one of my solders break, so it's easiest to solder it from the inside, but I had to go ahead and reconnect one. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach some wire to the actual power pins. Alright, so what I did is I went ahead and I have soldered the wires right onto the leads. And then I also went ahead and the other end of the wire soldered it onto the battery connectors. So now what you can do is you can position this inside your cosplay however you'd like. Now this particular model had a push button on the side, so you need to make sure that push button is accessible. I use a small piece of a wooden dowel that I can just put a hole through the prop itself, where on the outside you can push a button and it'll push it no matter where this is located. Now what I'm going to do to test it, I have a string of extra LED lights here that run off of a USB. Kind of a pain in the butt to get it to go all the way in, but you'll only have to put it in the one time to make it work. There you go. Now once you attach the USB, you can go ahead and hot glue it so that it never comes loose inside your cosplay. Now if you get it all done properly, you'll be able to use the remote that comes with them to be able to go ahead and get this style effect, where you can control whatever you want it to do. Most importantly though, you can turn it on and off.